Edition of Toggle's Daily Video Insights. My name is Jan. I'm one of the co-founders of Toggle, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we're going to take a deeper dive into one of the many insights Toggle produces across a number of stocks, and today the focus is going to be on George Weston. If you'd like to see more of these insights, we do them every market trading day. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, or also you can check us out on toggle.global, where you can actually try Toggle for yourself. And what we'll show you today is how you might actually use this to really supercharge your investing process. Now, George Weston specifically, as you can see here, has had a couple of bullish signals in the past. Specifically, we had one in March that continues to be active. There was another one at the end of March that also remains active, and now the one most recent momentum-based one that is also highlighting potentially quite a bit of upside for this particular stock. Now, clicking on the actual insight on the card over there takes you to the analysis. And so what Toggle is now actually saying is that momentum indicators for the stock have turned very positive, and that historically this has led to almost 17% increase in the stock price within the 6-month window. Now, as many of you know already, with the starting point of about 111.68, the confidence interval where you'd like to see the price generally stay, and the median target would be around 130, but you don't want the price to fall out of this confidence interval, and certainly a stop loss or a revisit of the position would be worth at 102, so this red line right here, because dropping below this line simply tells you that the pressures and the drivers that Toggle has highlighted are currently being overridden by something else, and so the prudent thing to do is to close the position and come back at another time, unless you have strong conviction otherwise. Toggle analyzed 21 similar occasions in the past that produced this projection. In other words, Toggle had looked at other similar occasions where momentum was in a similar position and effectively tried to ascertain whether or not there was a systematic relationship between this and the subsequent stock price. And so if we look at why it might move, here you can see specifically other periods when momentum, the 3-month momentum in this case in the stock price, was this strong, and just looking at it visually, they were typically followed by quite a bit of upside, of course not always. And so what we want to look at is the backtest that show us the upside versus downside. And look at this really beautiful chart right here that shows you that the downside was clustered somewhere between 5 and 10%, but the upside was quite a bit higher. In other words, you had some outcomes that were well in excess of 30%, but many of them were near and around 20%. So quite a compelling risk reward. Had you invested $1 and then reinvested it in each of these past 21 episodes, you would have ended up with $8 by now in pure profit. So that is also quite a good risk reward. So much for this equity today in the daily brief, which by now should already be in your mailboxes if you subscribe to it. If you don't, you can do so at toggle.global. We also discuss trade. So if you have any interest in that, please take a look, and we will talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks for your attention.